Our top focus this hour is on Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin as he has raised the matter of representation with the centre once again, reiterating his demand for priority in the appointments of native Tamils in the central government offices and its public sector undertakings in the state. Stalin has written to the Prime Minister saying that a memorandum had been submitted last year on the same matter. In his letter, he says, and I quote, "As you are aware, citizen-centric administration, the sine qua non of good governance, requires free interface with public, and only persons with familiarity in local languages and culture can fulfill this." I'm crossing over to CNN News 18's Purnima Murli to tell us more. Purnima, can you tell us more about the key highlights of what Stalin has said in his letter to the Prime Minister?
Well, in his letter, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin to Prime Minister Narendra Modi says that priority should be given to native Tamils in terms of appointments in central government offices and PSUs as well, and says that this is not the first time that they are urging the Prime Minister. They've done so last year also when in fact Chief Minister met with the Prime Minister, submitted a memorandum. They also spoke about how Tamilians also should be given priorities when it comes to appointments with regards to central government offices and PSUs, and says that only when native Tamils are appointed will there be representation of Tamilians as well. That's something that Chief Minister has said in the letter, and they are also trying to rake up the issue of regional politics here. Political analysts say that this statement is to gain political mileage at a time when a party like the DMK has time and again reiterated that whether it's the Tamil language or the people from Tamil Nadu, they should also be given priority at the central level. So this is yet another instance of state versus centre.
All right, Purnima, a few follow-up questions for you. What Stalin is also saying is that he had raised this matter when he issued a memorandum last year. What was the response from the centre at that point?
Well, so far there has been no direct response from the central government, which is why yet again Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterating the earlier demand that appointment of central government officers should also give priority to native speaking Tamilians. That's something that Stalin has reiterated because after submitting a memorandum last year, they haven't yet got a response, and they are trying to reiterate the demand that was made earlier because the central government so far has not yet responded to their demand, is something that we've learned from sources here in Tamil Nadu.
All right, now what Stalin is really demanding is more representation when it comes to central jobs in the state. Is this not a demand that's been echoed in other states as well? Is this the first time we're seeing this demand being raised?
Well, it's yet another instance of state versus centre. This is not the only state that's reiterating its demand to ensure that native Tamils be appointed in central government offices. There are other states also, especially non-ruled BJP states, that have in fact demanded the same. And Tamil Nadu is yet another state that's making a similar demand, which is why state versus centre is only intensifying, with states like Tamil Nadu saying that the central government should focus more on appointment of native Tamils in central government offices to ensure that the Tamils be represented and the problems of Tamilians be represented, which is why they said that they've done this last year also, and now because there has been no response from the central government.
I'm going to have to interrupt you for a quick second. Do stay with us. We're being joined by Narayanan Tirupati of the BJP. Mr. Tirupati, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. What we have is information about how the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, he's essentially written to the Prime Minister seeking priority in appointments when it comes to native Tamils, when it comes to central jobs in the state. How do you see this demand?
Oh, first of all, well, I appreciate Mr. Stalin, the Chief Minister, for caring about the Tamils. I think he should have seen the records, the statistics as to how many people are writing this exam, how many people are applying for the exam, and how many are getting qualified. For example, in 2017, it was 30.26 lakhs who applied, whereas only 51% wrote the examinations, whereas only 12% qualified. And now, in 2020-21. Again, it is 50% only wrote the examination and 20% only qualified. In 22-23 now, it is 38 lakhs who have applied, 50% attended exam, 20% were qualified. Now, seeing these statistics, I think Tamil Nadu has done better. We have to understand what actually is going on and how many applications were received in Tamil Nadu. How many wrote the exams in spite of applying? A lot of people don't write. 50% of people don't write, fearing minus marks and all those things. So, the Chief Minister has to encourage Tamil people to take on these competitive exams. They have to discuss with the student community or the candidates, and more number of people should apply and write. So when you don't do that, there is nothing in writing a letter to the Prime Minister. This is nothing but politics.
Nothing but politics, as you mentioned, but essentially, why won't the centre really respond on this? Because essentially, what other information we have is that M.K. Stalin in his letter also said that he submitted a memorandum on the same matter last year. There was no specific response by the centre. Why not give out a response to end it once and for all?
I don't understand. What is it?
So what M.K. Stalin had said in his letter, which he's penned to the Prime Minister, is that he had submitted a memorandum on the same matter last year itself. But at that point, as per the information we have, is that there was no specific response from the centre about it. So why not respond on this matter? Why not? Why isn't the centre
respond
really
what? That is what we have been saying. See that in Parliament also these matters are being discussed and proper responses are given from the ministry. And I think every time the central government respond and write letters, I don't think they consider this. That I am telling you that the quality of education in Tamil Nadu has gone down, and the encouragement should be given to the candidates who appear for this exam. Only 50% appear. He is comparing the number of applications and to that of the percentage who got qualified. But how many wrote the exams? That he has not divulged. No. He has to see the statistics and then talk about all these things. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So you're saying it's basically about a matter of a lack of participation when it comes